Welcome to this space, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Nav. I make videos about finding your freedom, living in your highest alignment, and essentially everything I'm learning on my journey and everything I feel could be useful to someone else. That's what I share here. So if you're new, welcome. Hit subscribe to join the community. We are growing, we are thriving. And if you are not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you so much. So today I want to talk about progress and what I have learned over the years with trying to fulfill the things that I want to fulfill, but also feeling so stagnant and so unable to make that next step. There's a lot of things that I do to kind of keep myself interested in my dreams, because we just can get so caught up in the day-to-day grind of life, which is not the grind that you need. You just need a pepper grinder to grind that pepper. You don't need to grind for the day-to-day shit. But we get so caught up in that cycle that we forget what our big dreams are. I think my leg looks really weird here, but you know, it's comfortable and I'm feeling a bit like I haven't spoken in ages, so I'm feeling slightly uncomfortable. Can you tell? The window's not open because it's so windy and I don't want you to hear the wind, so I'm really warm now. One question I started asking myself was, how much do you really want this? And when I was watching videos to inspire myself to keep going with my dreams, you know, we want someone to say something that's going to trigger something in us that's going to be like, yeah, you can do it. And sometimes we get that and sometimes we don't, because we are in such a stagnant place that we just can't wake up that hour earlier. We don't want to spend that extra time not watching TV or binge watching something or read. Like, we would rather do that stuff than read that article that we've had on our to-read list for ages, or that book, or watch that documentary, or buy that course, or make that journal entry, or, you know, all these things. We just sit and hit the snooze button. I speak about the snooze button in a video from some time ago, but that snooze button, we just keep hitting it because we're like, I'll do it tomorrow, or after I make a coffee, I'll do it, or I just need to get this and this done and then I'll do it, then I'll pursue my dreams. But the time is now. The time is now. So I must have watched a video or multiple videos, and the question that was posed there was, how much do you really want this? If you're continuously excusing yourself from doing what you need to achieve this, how much do you actually want it? And then I sat with that question, because it's like, if it's not now, it's never. Because you can keep on saying tomorrow, 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 and one day tomorrow will never come and you will have never done the things that you wanted to do. So what can you do in your day-to-day life to remind you of your dreams? Because we need to do these jobs for a moment or two to pay the bills, to fund the work that we need to do to achieve our dreams. One thing that I do is, when I put my alarm on at night, I'll put my phone across the room. So I had to get out of bed to snooze it or switch it off and actually get up out of bed. This is a whole challenge within itself. But if you take small steps, small daily steps towards getting yourself a little bit more active in the morning, so something that will get you moving first thing. Then what I also do is I put a piece of paper next to my phone, which is my alarm, and I will write down something that will motivate me and remind me. And for me, that piece of paper says, I actually need to redo it because it's all faded out. It says the first 10 minutes is the hardest. Get up, wash your face, stretch, get some hot water because I drink hot water in the mornings, and get going. I also name my alarm, like change, so the default is it just says alarm. So I'll change that to what I want in my life. So it's almost like I tell myself I am a successful so-and-so, whatever it is. And so I see that, and I put loads of emojis. So I see like happy emojis when I first wake up and look at my alarm as well. It's also a really gentle sound for my alarm, because you do not want to be woken up in like an alarming way necessarily. Let me just straighten this up. Maybe it's just my eyes. But also I know some people are really deep sleepers, so they do need something quite loud to get them up. But for me, that works. Also, above my bed, I have a piece of paper that also tells me who I am in my life, as if, so these are the things that I want to happen in my life as if they've already happened. It says, I am blah, 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 blah. And I look at that and I read that first thing in the morning and first thing before I go to sleep. I work from home, so I am able to have, it's my own space. I can put whatever I want around. So on the wall next to me, I have a piece of paper that says, don't forget you're doing this to be successful. Just do what you have to do. Meditate, stretch, breathe. And then I'll write down, and create your next YouTube video. Just remember you're doing this to feel fulfilled, and all of this. And so that just gives me a reminder when something has pissed me off. I'll just be like, okay, reminder, I have a dream, I'm working towards something, this isn't my entire life. So I highly recommend doing things like that. Now, if you don't work from home and you can't put reminders like that around yourself, have a piece of paper or something in your pocket that has these affirmations on, that has these things on, that will remind you that you're working towards something and that this isn't your life, and that will encourage you and give you that extra turbo that will keep you going for the rest of your shift. That reminder, I am doing this for a bigger reason. I have dreams that I want to fulfill, and I just need to do this for however long that you decide you need to do it for. But you pull that piece of paper out and you just are like, whether that's a quote that gets you going, whether that's something that you have written to yourself, whether it's something that someone else has said to you. I have, my lovely housemates bought me this bangle for my birthday that says, she believed she could, so she did.
She believed she could, so she did.
And funnily enough, they didn't know this, but this was like a quote in my life that when I had left home really empowered me. And I remember I saw it, I was like crying, because I also wanted a bangle, and I don't really feel the vibe of getting too much text tattooed on me, but some people would like to do that, like, write one word like breathe or believe, just something that represents your purpose to you, something that reminds you of your purpose. I'm not encouraging people to get tattoos, by the way, but it's just an idea, because I know some people do that. But something that you can look at that reminds you, So ask yourself the question, how much do I really want this? How much do I really want this? Do I really want this? And it's playing devil's advocate with yourself, because I'm sure that whatever it is that you're wanting, you really, really want. Whatever it is that you feel will fulfill you, it is something that you genuinely want. Sorry, didn't mean to burp just then. But to ask yourself, to be like, do you even really want this if you're not gonna put in that work that you need to? If you're not gonna wake up, more than 10-15 minutes before you need to leave the house for work. What I do is I remind myself that those hours that I have at work, I am giving them hours of my life to someone else in return for finances, in return for money. With that money, when I finish work, I am not going to use it to abuse it. I'm not going to abuse it. I am going to take that money and put it towards things that will help me move closer to my dreams, because this job that I am doing at present is not my life. This job that you're doing at present, if it's not what you want to do, it is not your life, and it does not have to be your life. So the fact that I am dedicating these hours of my life to someone else, then I owe it to myself. In my free time, my time, I am going to use that money to buy a course that will help me to learn the skills that I need to create the life that I'm trying to live. I'm going to buy the resources, any other resources that I need to help me create better videos. I'm going to wake up those couple of hours earlier than I start work so that I can attend to myself, so that I can care for myself, and so that I can give to myself. Because so many of us spend our days working for someone else, but then when we leave work we feel so drained, so we don't do the things that we need to do for ourselves to help us live in our fulfillment and in our freedom. So it is challenging. It will be challenging, because you're not only working hard at this job for someone else, but you're going to be working even harder, because in your time that when you really do just want to watch TV and lounge about, you have to pull yourself up and be like, okay, I'm going to sit and I'm going to do my course for 2 hours, or I'm going to wake up 2 hours early and I'm going to practice my meditation, because I said to myself that I wanted to do this. So I am not saying it's easy. The point is that it is not easy. But the more whatever we do day to day is a practice. So whatever habits, whatever actions we are continuously repeating, we are practicing those. What happens when you practice something is you get better at something. So if you're practicing things that are not beneficial to you, you are getting better at doing things that are not beneficial to you. You are repeating these actions over and over again. And so, if you repeat actions over and over again that are good to you, that are good for you, you are practicing that, you are bettering that, you are bettering your ability to do that. So I'm going to read, so I'm currently doing Abundantia's course. So if you guys know Sorel Amour on YouTube, her and her partner have a YouTube channel that's about finances. It's called Abundantia, and they have released multiple courses, and this course is about starting your digital business. And there are some amazing, like, just to start off, the course is incredible to start with, and I think I'll go into it in another video, but I can't find it right now. But the thing that I wanted to find was where I'm writing about, you know, this life that I want to create, this life that I want to live. And something that I realized is just, you just have to start. You just have to start. This is just like when I speak about practicing something, you are not going to be 100% good at the beginning, but you just have to start, because everybody starts somewhere. It's like when, you know, we are a little bit self-conscious about going to the gym because everyone there looks so buff and, you know, they've got their shit together, but they had to start somewhere. They weren't always like that. So same with me with learning guitar, you know, I would get so impatient because I'm like, I sound like shit when I'm playing, and I know that I am not going to get any better unless I practice, and that is hard to go through that learning process. And even now, 1 year on, when I look back at some of my videos, I'm just like, gosh. But when I remember when I was creating them and I was watching videos about people talking about creating their first videos and how they cringe looking back at them. When I was creating my first videos, I was like, I'm quite proud of that actually. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna have that feeling that a lot of YouTubers have when they look back at their first videos. But it happens, and also, you know, it is a nice feeling that at the beginning you're just like, oh, I feel like I'm doing really good, and you are, and you are doing the best with what you know at the time. That is relevant in so many parts of life. You do your best with the knowledge you have at the time. So let's get more knowledge, let's practice more, let's learn more, and let's progress in our lives. Let's move forward and let's choose ourselves. Every single day and every single moment, I have to sometimes allow myself to have those moments of relaxation, definitely. But for the most part, until I have, you know, until I am feeling this all around fulfilling life, when I practice my meditations, I practice feeling already in this present moment like I am living in my future. That is incredibly, incredibly helpful, because I move through my day with this sense of peace that it's already happened. But that doesn't mean that I am now not gonna do my course that's gonna help me gain this knowledge on how to create my digital business. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna read that book. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna watch that documentary. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna have that conversation with that person. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna make this video. That doesn't mean that you stop doing the things that will actually, that are the actual action in your life that will get you to that next stage. Do you feel me? So, yes, I will take a look at myself in every moment and be like, am I living as this me that is living this life that I am working towards? Because the point is not I am going to be that person then when I have those things, but I am embodying that person now. In this moment, I am them. What would that person do in this moment? Instead of watching, binge watching videos about the Kardashians' plastic surgeries, I will pause it and I will pick up my phone and I will write down my ideas for my next video. I will pick up my journal, and even if, so my journal / workbook, I will, if I don't have a moment to sit and do the next activity, do the next thing in the course, I will at least read what I've been writing and be like, reminder, I am on a journey right now, okay? And we deserve to indulge and chill. But my vision is, I'm gonna try that again, but my vision is this band, has it been bent the whole time? Is the question. So my vision is that if I put in a little bit of extra work right now, then I get to live the rest of my life in 24/7 freedom. Why would you not want that? Ooh, just a little bit, like just do a little bit more right now. Wake up that 2 hours earlier than I start work so I can do my practices. Be a little bit more, what's the word? Determined, disciplined. Be a bit more disciplined with my time and with my money so that I can have a sweet ass balance between this chilled social, but also I'm doing some things, I've got some wheels in motion. I'm not about just being in that mind 24/7, because I will be completely unhappy if I was ridding myself completely of things that made me sparkle, like spending time with my friends. I'm gonna do that, but I am gonna be disciplined with when I have my work days. So I now work 4 days a week, longer days, so that I can have 3 days off. And I did this because I wanted to give myself more time to follow my dreams. I wanted to show myself that I am willing to take this momentary cut in a pay so that I have more time, because our time we are exchanging for money, because we need that to survive. So I was like, I'm gonna just take that small cut, work a couple longer days in order to have 3 days off in a row where I can be me and live completely in my dreams and spend time with my friends and spend time with my family as well. And in those evenings and mornings of the days that I'm working for someone else, I will ensure that I remind myself why I'm doing it. So I wake up and do those practices that I said to you, the pieces of paper all around, my meditations, my yogas, my course in the evenings, editing my videos in the evenings. It is a lot of work, but I've never felt so fulfilled in my life. I have always been working towards feeling this feeling, and I feel like I am creating the life that I've always dreamed of. I feel like I'm living it already. And I want you guys to have that feeling too. And I want you guys to ask yourself that question. Do I really want this? Challenge yourself. I love to go off on passionate tangents about freedom. I'm still singing it in my head. I love to go on passionate tangents about freedom. It's a new song. I love to go off on passionate tangents about freedom. So I hope deeply that this video helps you in some way. I would love to talk about the Abundantia course soon. I just want to get a little bit more into it, and then I will share with you what I'm learning. But the first kind of tasks are amazing. Something that I learned in the meditation course that I did last year is giving yourself your why. Why am I doing this? And that will, when your determination, your motivation wavers, you can read that. And that is what these notes around my room, what this, changing the name of my alarm, having a note in my pocket, that is my why. And I have it all around my space, all around me, on my wrist, on a bangle, just Give yourself your why. Keep it on you, written down, piece of paper. If you work in a bar, if you work in, you know, a supermarket, whatever, you can have, maybe you can't have your phone. Pisses me off. That's why we are trying to live freedom lives, because you, like, if you can't have your phone, have a piece of paper in your pocket that says, that reminds you, sister, brother, you're doing this for your bigger dreams. Okay, please do that for yourself. We need more people living in freedom. We need it. Let's do this together. Let's thrive, let's strive, let's do it. So if you liked this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps to support me and shows YouTube that people are interacting with my videos, which is very important for the algorithm. And hit subscribe if you're not already, and there is a new video every week. Mostly the reason why I'm making this video is because last week I had a week of my motivation wavering. So it happens to us all, but we come back with a bang. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. If you have any thoughts, comment down below. Also follow me on Instagram. I think I'm gonna do a Q&A soon, but if you have any video ideas that you would like, you know, things that you would like me to talk about, put them in the comments below. Message me on Instagram. Get interacting. I love you guys. Peace.